fact, right? 99% of the people who think they know their way around tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, there's so many other AI tools. If they think they know their way around it, most of the people are kidding themselves. Because a lot of people, what I call are people who think that they know how to play around these tools, but most of them actually don't, right? And I'm going to prove you guys, and I'm going to show you what it means for you guys to know things, right? So a quick chat that I wanted to have before I get started, right? AI is currently like your friendly intern. You know, it's a nice little intern, but a very knowledgeable intern. So you ask questions, and this intern of yours has gone through almost every book out there on the world, almost every piece of information that is written in form of text on the internet. It has gone through everything. So anything you ask to this intern, it will be able to answer you quite well. But you know what? That won't be the case for a very long time. Why would I say that? This is the case right now. AI is as good as an intern today. It won't be the case for long because AI is actually coming for all our jobs. And I would not say few of our jobs. Of course, if you are an agriculturist, if you are a plumber, if you are a car mechanic, I don't think AI is there yet. It's going to take some time. But if your job revolves anything around using an application, using internet, using computer, most of the jobs, anything around internet, of course, Elon Musk is building humanoids as well, powered by AI, right? I don't know what's going to get the world that's going to look like once that comes out. But based on what I understand, AI is coming for all our jobs. And when I say that, you know, there is something called as inflection point. How many of you guys have heard of this word inflection point? It's a really powerful word, right? Awesome. So Gen AI's or artificial intelligence inflection point is here. Because so far, I mean, for years from now, right, we've been using AI, but we didn't know of it because this technology, artificial intelligence, was only around those people who could code. They were the only ones who were able to leverage it. But it is changing very rapidly, right? With chat gpt and large language models like that coming out in the picture, almost anyone today with access to a mobile phone, access to internet, can actually leverage the potential of AI, and that changes everything, right? So here's my prediction, and I really really hope I'm wrong with this, right? My prediction is good 4 out of 5 jobs will go away in a few years, maybe 2 to 3 years from now. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you a bunch of things today over the course of this workshop, right? And I'm going to ask you the same question towards the end. Do you think this is going to happen? And I will get the answer from you. But as we stand today, as we start today, what is your sense? Do you think AI is going to take a lot of jobs away? Yes, no in the chat. Yes or no in the chat. Do you think AI is going to take a lot of jobs away? All right, a lot of people are saying yes, a few people are saying no. Let's ask this question to ourselves towards the end of the session. Okay, that will make, yeah, I like the point that Jeff just made. It will create new jobs as well. Well, we're going to talk about that as well towards the end. All right. So if you're one of the workshop, if you're one of those people who's attending this workshop, my job today will be to make sure that you are among the 1 or 2 of the people, or whatever that is, of those people who are going to continue to have the job, continue to do the things that you want to really, really well. But one thing is very, very clear. Someone who can learn the way around artificial intelligence has to be a 10x person, right? It's very important for you to become the 10x individual. And those 10x individuals are going to be those who can actually leverage the power of AI, right? So I've designed this workshop to get you part of the winners group. And for all the founders out there, this is your unfair advantage to build a lean and a mean machine as a team to be able to get the best best out of everything that you can. Here's the funny part, right? A lot of people, like I said, still talk a lot about it, but a lot of them are not leveraging it yet. And I hope you guys fall on the other side. With that being said, I want to be super duper frank. I have a question for all of you people as we get started. Do you think I can cover everything that is out there about generative AI in an hour or so? Do you think that's possible? Yes or no in the chat? There you go. Guys, please be responsive. It will really, really help me. It'll feel like I'm talking to a live audience. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Right? The workshop will cover basically the tip of the iceberg, but I'll introduce you guys to some phenomenal things. Towards the end, We also run a mastermind. We have started to run a mastermind. That is something I'm going to talk about towards the end for people who are interested. And I want to be super frank as we get started, right? But I'll do my best. And here's my promise: over the course of next hour or so, I will try to teach you 15 powerful hacks that will at least make you 10x more effective when it comes to AI. So your journey to becoming an AI rockstar, I hope, starts today. So please stick around. There's a lot that is coming your way. Here are 15 hacks that I will cover. I've blurred all of them for obvious reasons because I don't want to give away the nuggets of wisdom that's coming your way. I want you guys to stick around, invest your time to learn your way around it. That way, I have people around to talk to as well. You see, it's a win-win. All right. Pro tip, as we go through the things, if you feel that you know a thing or two here, have some patience, stick around. I'm sure you will find enough things that you don't know of. And that is my promise. And finally, very, very important, don't miss out on the last 5. I've kept the best stuff towards the end. So don't even think of missing out on the last 5. It's going to be fun. Okay, quick attention, guys. Please set your phones on silent. If you have joined it, if you joined this session from your mobile phone, strongly recommend you guys to join from desktop. There's going to be a lot of screen share that will happen, and it'll be very hard for you guys to get your hand around it. Eliminate all your distractions. If you're watching Netflix while watching this, please turn that off. Focus on me. Grab your essentials, a pen, paper, water bottle, whatever you need. And there will be no recording to this workshop that will be provided. So take as many notes as possible. But there's one thing that I'll definitely provide all of you people towards the end of the session. And that is links to every tool that I'll cover today. And also every prompt that I cover, I will share a document with everything inside of it your way towards the end. So stick around. I'm going to share everything towards the end, but there will be no recordings. Should we get started? Should we get started with the first one? Let's go in the chat, or boom in the chat. Bring me some energy so that I can feel some energy here, and we will get started. All right. Awesome. And the first one is something that everybody thinks they know how to do it, but a lot of people screw up, right? And that is how to write a stunning email using something called as the magic prompt formula. So let's say you want AI. You are one of those lazy people like me, and you want AI to write an email for you because you don't want to write the full email. So what do? You go to ChatGPT, and this is something very simple. Everybody will like, we know that. We already know that. But let me show you what most of people do. They write something like this. Right? Sorry, my bad. I have a note so that I don't waste time with every prompt written, which I'm going to share with you people as well. Some people write something like this. Write an email inviting 100 email subscribers of Growth School to the Generative AI workshop for $49. Let's say this is the email that you want to send to your audience. Let's say you're the marketer of Growth School, and you want to write an email to the audience of Growth School, inviting them to a workshop like this, right? What would you do? So you would write a simple prompt like this, and you send the button. We are using the free version of ChatGPT, and here's an email. Join our generative AI workshop for $49. Limited spots available. Hi, name. We are excited to invite you to the Growth School's exclusive generative AI workshop. Whether you want to upskill, explore AI, everything is there. It also covers, here's what you can expect, the workshop date, duration, price. There's a nice little link for people to reserve their seats as well. And it nicely ends towards the end saying, got questions? Why don't you reply to this email? From a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate this email? From a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate an email like this? Let me know in the chat. Someone says 3 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 2 out of 10. Ouch, that's harsh. 6 out of 10, okay-ish. Do you guys want to make this into a 10 out of 10? Should we make this into a 10 out of 10? Let's do that right now. Right? To do that, you guys need to learn your way around how to write great prompts. Okay, what we just did was a very simple prompt. And here is how a good prompt looks like. So if you want AI to come up with a great email, you have to come up with a prompt like this. And I'm going to show you why I did what I did so that you can also write these prompts all by yourself. Don't worry about it. So just to write an email, this is how I wrote the prompt. You're an experienced email copywriter who has written for brands like Ogilvy. Write a launch email for a new workshop of Growth School on generative AI. Write an email inviting existing users of the workshop. Make sure the copy is over the top fun and designed to resonate with an audience of 22 years old who are trying to figure out ChatGPT. Focus a lot on folks working on marketing, tech, product design roles, and also talk to them about interesting things that will be covered. Include a review of someone. So what did I do? If I want my assistant or my intern to write an email for me, I'm not going to say just write an email and send. I'm going to be a little more descriptive. And that's exactly what I've done here with this prompt. But there's a method to the madness, okay, on why I wrote how I wrote. That is because I followed something called as the magic prompt formula. Magic prompt formula has 4 different sections to it. Number 1, you need to include the context. Number 2, you have to give a task. Number 3, you have to give instructions on what to follow, and if possible, also give out an example or data. Now, let's break this prompt down so that you understand why I wrote and how I wrote so that you can do this better. The context is you're an experienced email copywriter who has written for brands like Ogilvy and Uber. This is context. Why is this important? The moment I add this line, what happens is this large language models like ChatGPT starts thinking, how do brands like Ogilvy and Uber write? They go read about that stuff or research about that stuff from the knowledge graph and get all the good things on how to craft a great email. Next, I give out a task. And the task is write a launch email for the new workshop on Growth School. That is done. That's a task. And finally, I give a set of instructions and data. What are these instructions? I say, make sure this is fun, designed to resonate with an audience of 22+ year olds. And lot of my users are marketing, tech, product, and design roles. So I'm giving a lot of instructions on how my audience is so that it can craft an email that will resonate with my audience, which is extremely important, right? And that is how I came up with the prompt. So each one of you, next time when you're writing a prompt, use this formula, use this structure, take a screenshot if you can. Now, let's do a test trial or a test run of this prompt. And now tell me, what do you think of this email right now when we followed the magic prompt formula? All right. Ready to crush 2024? Unlock generative AI mastery with Web Assistant. Hello there, fellow trailblazer. If you're in marketing, tech, product, or design, and you're not using generative AI to work smarter or harder, you're missing out big time. But don't worry, we got something game-changing for you. Introducing the Generative AI Workshop by none other than Web Assistant. Yours truly, the guy who's been shaking up LinkedIn with viral content and growth hacks. And trust us, the session is going to be mind-blowing. Why you need to be here? Here is the thing. And the best part, everything that is covered. And here's a testimonial. Save my spot. And there's a nice little sweet little PS which says, be quick. Seats are limited. People are already snatching them like the last slice of pizza. Now, for this email, which I asked it to be over the top fun, what do you think about the result? From a scale of 1 to 10 right now. Somebody is like, man, that's too long of an email. You know what? Let's make it short. I just say, make it shorter, but retain the style. That's it. You ask it to make it shorter, you ask it to retain the style, it will cut it down to the size that you want to as well. Right? This is something called as chain prompting. You can continue to talk to AI till you get something that you want. But you know what? Can I tell you a fun fact? I probably sent over 100 million emails in the last 12 months. Guess what? When it comes to emails, when you are doing storytelling and you're descriptive, longer emails work better than shorter emails. Shorter emails work great when you're doing a personalized one-on-one email. Okay. So that's a quick tip. Not sure if you guys were interested about it, but there you go. All right. That is what I wanted to quickly cover on this. How many of you have ever written a cold email? How many of you guys have ever written a cold email? For all those people who have no idea what a cold email is, cold email is basically sending an email to someone who you have never met, who you don't know of, right? And the reason why you send an email is so that you can get their attention. It could be for a job, it could be closing, it could be to get like a client, it could be to get mentorship, it could be about anything, right? Cold emails are one of the most powerful tools out there to connect and reach out to phenomenal people out there, right? Now, writing a cold email is not an easy job, because for you to be able to write a great cold email, guys, how many of you guys have at least received a cold email where someone has said, hi Joe, or hi Glenn, or hi Jeffries, or hi Mike. You know what? I work for this company XYZ, and we sell this beautiful service. Would love to get your time. Can I talk to you? How many of you guys got these cold emails in your lives? Me in the chat, guys. Me in the chat. There you go. A lot of you guys have got these cold emails. The fundamental problem with this cold emails is the fact that most of the cold emails are borderline, they basically suck. And the reason why they suck is because most of the people who create these cold emails, right, don't do enough work. What if I wanted to write an email to Joe and I tell Joe that, hey, Joe, you know what? I was looking up your LinkedIn and I saw a recent post that you have made on, let's say, the very cool workshop that you recently attended by Growth School. I see even at the time that you're in, with all the experience that you have, you're consistently learning. I see that you're running a company and we have this incredible solution that we built, right? Which I think will be great for your business XYZ. Would you want to have a chat with me, or just reply no? It's about personalization that gets people excited, that gets a reply. But for you to do that, you have to spend 3-4 hours researching about the person. In this case, I have to research about Joe, right? I made up a bunch of stuff right now. That's a different story. But how can we get AI to do all this research for us so that we can save 3 to 4 hours or whatever time that we can to write a great cold email, right? Today, AI can do that. And we use a very, very cool tool, completely free of cost, and that is called as Copilot, which is by Microsoft. Okay, that's what we use. There you go. This is how Copilot looks like. So all I have to do is write this prompt, craft a highly personalized cold email. I don't know why it is in Spanish for some weird reason for me, but cold email addressing the founder of Growth School. Let's say in this use case, right? The use case that I've built for the cold email is, let's say someone wants to apply for a job inside of Growth School and the person is writing me an email. How can they write a super personalized cold email? I'm saying ensure the email demonstrates thorough research by referencing the founder's recent social media activity and recent media coverage related to the company. Here is some information about me, and that's a LinkedIn of one of my friends for this demo. All I do is click on the send button, and if everything goes right, there you go. It says hi WebHub. Why is it saying hi WebHub? It went out there and researched who the founder of Growth School is because it has access to the internet. And it automatically came up with hi WebHub. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Chandana. I recently came across your inspiring journey with Growth School. As someone deeply passionate about edtech and growth marketing, I was particularly intrigued by your recent podcast episode on 100x Entrepreneurs podcast. How did AI know that I recently did a podcast? Because it did a research. It went on reading about me on the internet to include that stuff. You see this, it goes on. Your recent media coverage, especially the announcement of Growth School's $5 million seed investment by Sequoia, is truly impressive. It's evident that your vision, you get the point, guys? It is literally reading up content on the internet about the company, about the person, and it is crafting a personalized cold email. How incredibly powerful is this? If someone had to do this manually, it's going to take a couple of hours for sure. But AI is able to do all of that just right away. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, drop a comment, boom, in the chat so that I know that I'm keeping you guys interested, because you know what? You guys have taken the time out to learn. So you guys have made that investment of time. I want to make sure that I'm giving you value. Guys, we'll take the questions towards the end, if you may allow me, or else the flow will break and I'll get carried away and whatnot. I'm not great with it. So we'll take questions towards the end so that we'll go on the flow. All right, moving on. Summarize anything on the web and chat with it. How many of you guys have had this feeling that I wish there was a way I could have consumed 15 different, blog articles on a single day? I wish I could read more. There's so much of content out there on the internet. I wish I could read more. How many of you guys have felt this before? Me in the chat. Me in the chat. And as you do that, I'm going to pull up an article. Every day. Awesome. I'll solve this problem for you for once and for all. Just give me a second. I'm going to pull something up. All right. Got something. Let's say, I mean, you can absolutely do this for everything. All right. Let's say there's a blog article that you came across and you're like, dude, I don't want to go through this whole long article, right? I wish someone could quickly summarize this and give me answers. And I wish there's a way for me to talk to this blog article and ask doubts, right? How do I do that? So what we do at Growth School is not just teach, but also build. So we built an incredible Chrome extension, which you guys can see right here with the Growth School icon. I will tell you towards the end on how you can grab this as well for free, that too. Don't worry about it. And all you have to do is when I tap on this Chrome extension, this beautiful little sidebar opens up with a lot of options, right? First, it says summarize this page, chat with this page, and there's a bunch analyze data on this page. There's a bunch of things inside. I don't want to go through the whole Chrome extension. I want to show you how we use it and how I use it every day, right? I can simply say summarize this page. And what AI will do is it'll quickly go to the blog article and give you a summary right inside of the same browser. So you don't have to copy text, go to ChatGPT, paste it, ask for outcomes, ask for answers, right? I just simply ask the question, summarize, and here is a nice little summary. You know what? I don't have the patience to read it. I just want to ask questions. I'm like, it's an article of Growth School raising $5 million of seed round. This happened a couple of years back. So I'm going to simply ask a question. I'm curious, who invested? I don't want to sit and read the article. Let AI do the reading. There you go. The $5 million seed round of Growth School was led by Sequoia Capital India and Owl Ventures and 80 plus angel investors. All right. Austin Aldred, Shan Puri, Eric Su, bunch of people invested. Great. Did Elon Musk invest? I don't know. I'm curious. I can ask whatever questions I want. Did Elon Musk invest? Elon Musk did not invest. That's too bad for Elon, not for me. But I wish that happened, right? But you can get the idea here. It can simply chat. Now I can ask, why did they raise, and how much revenue are they doing? I can ask whatever I want, and AI is going to read through it and give me answers if it is in the article. Growth School raised $5 million to build a robust tech platform, new areas and all. The revenue figures for Growth School are not disclosed in this information. The reason why I added this question is you can see this. It didn't make up stuff. It told that information is not present in the article. So I'm sorry, I can't help you. And of course, you can ask it to make it shorter or whatever. You can continue to play with it, right? So this is how you can simply jump on article to article, whatever you want to read, get AI to do all the hard work for you, read it and give you the outputs that you want. Guys, drop a comment cool in the chat if you think this is cool. These are super handy. Trust me when I say this, I use this every single day because I'm lazy and I want to consume as much information as possible. Right? And someone who says it's too long, I can just say, can you make it shorter? And it will make it shorter. As simple as that. Now, let's take it a notch up, all right? How many of you guys have come across like a Joe Rogan podcast? You want to listen to the podcast, but it's freaking 4 hours long. And you're like, I wish someone could watch this podcast on behalf of me and give me the top insights. How many of you guys have felt this? Long ass podcast, don't have the time. You wish someone could do it for you. And that someone, like I said, could be your AI, right? And let me show you an example on how to do that. Again, this is a YouTube video. You can see this. This is
feeling of these creators, a lot of creators
like
who don't want to sell.
It's a podcast, not a podcast. It's like a talk at GSV ASU Summit. This was with this guy is the founder of Udemy. This is Nas Daily, like one of the biggest creators of the world. This is, I mean, you can see there's a bunch of people on the talk, and it's a 41-minute long video. The reason why I've not gone into even longer video because it takes slightly longer. So I came up with a 40-minute video to give you guys an example, right? Let's say this video you came across about creator economy and you wanted a summary of this. Again, the same Chrome extension, when you open, this time it opens up new options. It says create chapters from video, summarize video, chat with video. Each of these options are available. Let's use a newer option. It's a long video. I want to get an outline of that. So I just tap on the button, create chapters, and AI will go through this whole video. Okay, you can see this. It is going through the whole video. And it is giving me a breakdown of all the chapters right here so that I can jump in and do whatever I want. Right? Once this is done, let's say there are topics, monetization challenges. So let's say there is something about monetization challenges, and I don't want to like If I tap
Ideas
here,
which you are
it
not
will
an expert
directly
at.
take me to monetization challenges, but I don't want to do that. I will be like, give me top insights from monetization challenges. So I'm like, I'm interested in the monetization challenges bit, right? Just explain me what that is. And it gives me an elaborate explanation of everything that is covered in the video. And somebody was like, this is a little long. So I'll be like, can you short it? Can you make it shorter? And it'll obviously directly make it shorter and give you the output as well. There you go. Much shorter, 2 point. Guys, having the ability to be able to talk to a video in form of chat is absolutely crazy. Imagine the amount of information that you can consume. This is a growth school extension, and I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can get access to it towards the end. My team will also share a link with you guys. Like I said, towards the end, you don't have to worry. All right. Superb. Moving on, moving on, moving on. I'll tell you a funny incident, right? Has anyone ever been to Tokyo, Japan? Anyone here? I'm just looking. Yes, I see a bunch of you. All of you guys will resonate with what I'm going to say you right now. Don't you guys think the subway, if you want to use the subway of Tokyo, it's almost impossible? There are 32 freaking lanes. Someone is already in Tokyo. Awesome. There are 32 freaking lanes in Tokyo, okay? Tokyo subway. And if you want to get to any location, and if you're new to the place, you are lost, my friend. It's going to be a pain in the ass, right? Now, here's the thing. I wish there was something which could have helped me then. But today, AI has become a solution for that. Now, do you guys want to learn how to make AI read things from images for free? Somebody is like, oh, you wanted to sell the Growth School Chrome extension. That's why you're talking about it. Absolutely not. You will not get an option to buy the product. It's going to be free. Yes, AI today has the capability to read from images, and it is mind-blowing. It's called as vision. Okay. And let me show you how that works. How many of you guys, when you look at a dashboard like this, it paranoids you? And you're like, I wish there was someone who could explain me, like I'm 5-year-old, what is there inside of this? Just drop a me in the chat, guys. Just drop a me in the chat. I want to see how many of you guys actually, because it is a major problem for me, right? It's too overwhelming, right? So what do I do these days? Nothing. I take a screenshot of the dashboard, come to this brilliant tool, which is also the free version that I'm using in this case. I use this brilliant tool called as Claude, which is a competitor to ChatGPT. It's phenomenal when it comes to GPT vision. That is, it is phenomenal when it comes to analyzing text on images and analyzing images and whatnot. I take a screenshot, drop it right in here, and I say, explain me what's in the image, like I'm 5, and also give me top insights from the data so that I can use them to make my business better. Whatever you guys want from that image, right? And there you go. Let me explain you like you are 5. Okay. This is a colorful picture that shows you how money moves in and out, because I said 5 years, right? I said 5 years. So this is a colorful picture that shows you how money moves in and out of business, kind of like keeping track of your piggy bank. The blue number in the top is 6,000, I think it's about $6 million, is money that other people owe the business. Kind of when friends borrow your toys and promise you to give back. The red number, which is about this, is the money that the business owes to the others. You see how it is explaining the whole dashboard, like you are a kid. That is the beauty. And to make your business better, because I asked for it, try to collect money faster from people that owe you. Your inventory takes 10 days to sell. See if you can make it faster. You pay your bills in 28 days. This is good. It'll let you keep your money longer. AI trying to be funny. And your business seems to be better than last in the year plan ahead of slower early months. Guys, the beauty of this is that it is able to go through the content, go through the image, and is able to give you insights. That is the power of AI, right? This is absolutely mind-blowing when I came across this. So folks, quickly, it's been almost an hour since I've been yabbing. How is it going so far? From a scale of 1 to 10. Troublemakers, stay away, please. There are people here who are trying to learn. All right, I see some 7, I see some 6, I see some 9, I see some 10, I see some... That's awesome. You know what? We are going to convert all of this to 10 plus by end of this workshop because there's so much coming your way. All right. So guys, now that I've been speaking, can I take 3 to 4 minutes to quickly introduce myself? Can I take quickly like 3 to 4 minutes to introduce myself? Yes, in the chat. Guys. All right. Thank you. All right. So this is who I am. My name is Vaibhav Sisanti. Like I said, you guys can call me V for ease of pronunciation. I'm father to this beautiful girl. Her name is Phoebe. Any Friends fans out there? Yeah, the name has been adopted from Phoebe Buffay because that's one of my favorite characters on the TV show Friends. I've been a horrible student. I've barely cleared my exams during my school. But my friends actually saved me all throughout my life to clear all the exams. I first started up when I was 19 years old. I started something called as Discovering Android. Basically, I was teaching people how to hack Android. And Google kind of got pissed at me. And they're like, dude, I own Android. I mean, we Google own Android, and you cannot be teaching how to hack Android. And they kicked me out of Google search. That kind of led to me shutting my business down. But me doing that taught me a bunch of things that led me to my second startup back in India. When I was 20 years old, I started something called as Crazy Heads. It was a digital media company. We won awards. After that, after running that for 3 years, how many of you guys know who this dude is? How many of you guys know who this dude is? So after that, I actually joined Uber back in 2015. I was helping Uber launch new markets in India. I spent a lot of time in India, LATAM, sometime in the US. I traveled the world for Uber. By the way, this guy is Travis Kalanick. He was the founder of Uber. He still is around, but no more the CEO. So I helped Uber scale and launch hundreds of millions of trips. I've given a bunch of talks. They're all out there on the internet. You can check them out. I've worked and consulted with over 100 plus brands. And I recently raised about $5 million from Sequoia, like you guys saw in the news article, to build Growth School. And I'm completely into this. We are a team of 165 people right now. We have offices in Singapore, India, one opening up in the US, at Delaware. Throughout the story of Growth School, we have done 3 million learners globally from 30 different countries. We've been ranked the LinkedIn Top Startup 2022, 2023, like both the years as the top 20 top startups in the country. And that's me, right? Quickly wanted to introduce myself. I don't know how it will help, but I thought you guys should know me if I've been talking to you and you have to listen to me for the next at least like an hour or so from now, right? By the way, I need a quick favor from all of you people, if you can. We work really hard to pull these workshops up. And if you really enjoy the workshop and you learn something out of this, do take some time out to write a review on LinkedIn, Google or Trustpilot, or if you come across our ads, do drop a comment on how you felt about it. It'll take you about 5 minutes to do it, but it'll really, really help us, right? Not gonna force, but that's essentially what it is. And for all those people who spend the 5 minutes of your valuable time, we give you a bunch of resources. And what are these resources? You get 1 month access to the Growth School app, 50% off to the next workshop. You also get a code so that you can give this workshop to 3 people and 50 plus ChatGPT prompts. And you might be wondering, why the hell is this guy giving away more things just for a review to be written? Because I feel time is valuable and nothing in this world comes for free. So there you go. We'll share all this information towards you guys over an email after the workshop is over. Let's get right into the content right now. How many of you guys know who this person is? We will share all that information on how to write a review, where to write a review after this workshop. All right. Awesome. All right. A lot of you guys are getting it right. This guy is Gary Vaynerchuk. And this guy actually changed my life. How? Gary, we were shouting from with his guts out that people on LinkedIn are not creating content. It is going to be the next big platform. Please create content and whatnot. You know what? Out of curiosity, I just started to create content inside of LinkedIn. And to my surprise, I started to get hundreds of thousands of views on LinkedIn as I got it right. Of course, I went into the rabbit hole, tried to crack the game. Today, I sit with quite a lot of followers. And that was my aha moment. I accidentally became a content creator from there just because I took inspiration from one person. Today, I have about 400,000 followers on LinkedIn, 200,000 followers on Instagram, 100,000 followers on Twitter. I run a newsletter which has 200,000 people there. Basically, I ended up having 1 million followers across social media, and I create a lot of content on AI and business and everything around it. Right now, why am I saying all of this to you guys? That is because building my personal brand has actually changed my life in so many ways. And this is one of the reasons why I got a chance to meet with some of the best people, billionaires out there. I've given talks in all over the world on topics around AI, business, and whatnot. And today, we are basically building a brand all around it, right? So the reason why I gave all this build up is because so that all of people who are on this call realize no matter what you do, how many years of experience you have, please start building a personal brand. And I hope that journey starts right here because AI can help you do that really, really well. All right. So let me teach you a few hacks that can help you get started with almost any social media platform out there, all using artificial intelligence. All right. Team, I see a lot of people are still stuck on the waiting room. If you guys could keep checking and keep adding people, that will be awesome. All right. So the first one that I'm going to cover is how to convert a full-fledged YouTube video into any of the piece of content that you want. It could be a blog article, it could be a LinkedIn post, or it could be a YouTube short, whatever kind of piece of content that you want to create. How do you do that? And also, I'm going to teach you something very cool. Okay. If you guys are active on LinkedIn, and if you're not, you should be. I'm going to teach you how you can make AI write like you, so that AI can mimic the exact style of writing that you have, so that when people read it, though AI has written it, nobody would know. And by the way, in the last 9 months, a good 80% of my content is written by AI. Okay. All right. And for this, we're going to use this incredible tool called as Supergrow. I'm going to share the links of all these tools with you guys so you don't have to worry. All right. Now, what is Supergrow? Here, what it is, it's a tool. I've signed up already. It's a great platform, AI powered platform for you to leverage the power of LinkedIn the fullest. Again, for anyone who's not doing it, I'll strongly recommend you guys to do that. Okay. I've logged in. I have the paid account of this. Now, it can do a bunch of things, like I said. The first one that we'll play with is, let's say you came across any YouTube video and you think it's a very cool video and you should write about it. How do you do it? Obviously, let's say this video, Polymatter is one of my favorite channels. I don't know if anybody follows here. And here, there's this topic which says, why is US suing Apple? Let's say you want to write a piece of content about this, but you don't have the patience to watch the whole video again. How can you get AI to watch the video and make you convert this into a LinkedIn post? It's simple. You copy the URL of the YouTube video, come into the super cool tool called as Supergrow, like I said, click on this button called as generate a post from YouTube video. It's Supergrow. I've already signed in to save time. I simply click here and paste the URL. Now, I told you I'll also teach you how to make AI write like you, right? How do we do that? When you come to content style, when you select this option, there's an option to add your own style. If I just open this in the new tab for ease, the way it can mimic your style is, if you have written any 10 pieces of content, let's say a LinkedIn post or a blog article, or if you don't have any of them, I'm sure all of you guys have written emails, right? Grab 10 pieces of content and just keep adding them here. You see, I've already added about 15 of my pieces of content right here. If you just add 10 pieces of content of yours and click on save, AI will go through all of your content and will be able to mimic your style exactly the way it is, right? These are all the pieces of content that I had written. I uploaded into this tool. So it started to write like me. And once you do that, you will be able to see this option right here. I've saved the writing style as my name, which is Vaibhav Sisanti. And I can just add instructions. Here I can say, follow my style. I can choose not to say that. I've already uploaded the YouTube video here. All I do is click on the generate button and let AI do its magic. And there you go, guys. I'm not sure if you guys have read or come across my LinkedIn post, But if you think this is super cool, drop a boom in the chat. That'll be superb so that I know you guys are with me. It literally went through the whole 20-minute YouTube video in no time, understood what's inside of the post, and wrote a freaking LinkedIn post in exactly my style. If you guys don't believe me, go and check out my LinkedIn on how I write. I have a nice little hook. I usually do a lot of storytelling, and I always end with a call to action. It replicated my style of writing as is. And trust me when I say this, I've been doing this for quite some time right now. So what's my value add? I can sit and build an audience, do things that I actually enjoy. And if I want, in this add your instructions bit, I can put my thoughts as well. Great question. I can put my thoughts as well, but I don't have to send it all the information. Right? So that is my value add here. Right? So there you go. YouTube video has been converted into a nice little LinkedIn post. Now you can do the same thing for a blog article as well. Let's say this is an article, Hype or Reality, will AI really take your job away? And there's a nice little article by Forbes. I can simply copy the URL, come to Supergrow again. And this time I'll say generate a post from an article. Select this one, paste the link. I will select the content style as Vaibhav Sisinti. Of course, if you have your thoughts, you can put them here, and I'll click on generate button. And there you go. It has started to write out the whole blog, a whole LinkedIn post from this blog article. Now, you see, with very few clicks, we are able to get AI to do a lot of heavy lifting for us, right? With just a few clicks. And that is how we are getting started. We have to figure out ways on how we can leverage AI in our everyday jobs or everyday lives to be able to do a lot better, right? Now, the next thing that I want to quickly show you is, you know what, let's say you wrote this LinkedIn post. You want to attach a nice little image to this LinkedIn post. What do? A lot of people go out there and Google search and find an image and put it out there. But that's not what we do. We do things differently here. We get AI to generate images for us, which were never used before, right? So let me quickly show you a very cool tool for you guys. And that tool is called as Simplified. Now, what does Simplified do? Simplified has the power to actually convert text into images, right? And I will not I mean, there are so many models that can generate images. I don't want to complicate it for you guys right now. I want to show you a simple tool so that you don't have to break your heads and use it. All right. That's the job of this session. So what do I do? Let's say this is the blog article, or this is the article, and I want to generate an image for this. This is basically AI a threat or a blessing to our jobs. So I want to come up with this really cool image of a dude where half of the face is basically human and the other half is like a machine, right? I think that would be like a super cool image, and we can generate that today all using AI. So I come back to this tool called as Simplified, and I just paste a text of what I exactly want. I'll show you the prompt as well. And I click on the generate button. Right? Once I do that, it basically says, show me your styles, right? So there are a bunch of models out there. Just out of box, select this Flux Realism. It's a very good model. And I can select styles and whatnot, right? I'm not going to select any style. I'm going to just say none. There are camera angles as well that I can shoot. I really like the movie look. And I will click on the generate button. That's it. I added a bunch of text saying generate a realistic image of a 25-year-old looking person from India. It threw some error. I'm gonna give it a shot again. It again threw an error. Looks like the tool is down. I don't know why. In fact, you know what? If this doesn't work, for some reason, it is throwing an error. I don't think we have a great luck today. I'm gonna try a different model and see if it works. If it doesn't, there could be something wrong with the tool today. And AI is in the early days. No, something is off. So we can use a different tool this time. In fact, you can actually go to ChatGPT as well. And ChatGPT has something called as DALL-E. It is not great. Okay. It is not great, but We can try. I send the same prompt, generate a realistic image of a 25-year-old person from India with a sorrowful expression. Half of their face appears as human with natural features, and the other half depicts a robotic metallic structure with intricate details seamlessly blending into a human side. So let us see what we get from DAL-E, which is by ChatGPT. It is free of cost, but it's not great, sadly. You will know what I'm saying, why I'm saying. And here is it. It comes. What do you guys think of this? It's not bad, right? It's not bad, but it's an image that AI generated for free, right? I wish I could show you the other one. The other one is much more powerful, but um, like bad luck. Bad luck, I could not, but I will share the link of the tool so that you guys can go and figure out yourself and play with that tool, right? But there is something else AI can do really, really well. And that is, what if I tell you that if you just upload a bunch of text, AI can make a video of it? It is possible today, and it's actually extremely cool, right? So let's say we actually generated a bunch of text here, right? I've just copied the text here. And to convert this into a video now for your social media or wherever, you can go to this tool called as InVideo AI. Okay. This is the name of the tool. It's called InVideo AI. And all you have to do is once you sign in, I'm using the free version of it. I'm just going to paste the text. My team is just messaging me right now saying a lot of AI models are actually down right now. Looks like they're witnessing a lot of traffic. So I think it's just a timing thing for us. So there's a good chance a few things that we're going to talk about might not work because a few tech services that are down globally. All right. So I'm going to click on the generate video button. The moment you see AI generated this text from here, I pull that text and dropped it inside of this tool. And it says analyzing, it says thinking. It's going to take about 5 minutes to get it right. And it's asking me a bunch of things. Who are the audience? I want it to be dramatic. I want this video for, let's say, YouTube Shorts this time, or Instagram Reels, or TikTok, right? I click on the continue button, and AI will start doing its job. It's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes to generate it. So I don't want to sit and wait. We're going to come back to this in 3 to 4 minutes right now. And I'll show you the power of this. Guys, I have been flirting with little ideas with you guys right now, showing you the power of AI, how it works, what are the things that you can do. From here, we are entering the zone of mind-bending AI hacks. Okay. So don't even think of missing or even blinking your eye. It's going to be super fun. Stick around. And of course, I will show you this video once it is generated completely. For all the people who just joined, don't worry about it. You've joined just in time. And you're going to see some crazy stuff right now. How many of you guys want to learn how to build a stunning website using AI in a few minutes? Drop a me in the chat. You just give it a bunch of words and AI will convert that into a fully blown website without writing a single line of code. Are you guys ready? Awesome. Let us get started. So what we're going to do is in this example, right, I'm going to just show you how you can make a personal website. So for that, what I do is actually, give me a second. I'm going to quickly download my LinkedIn profile data, right? So it's easier for me to kind of, so, okay, you know what? I'm going to show this to you for people who don't know. So if you want to download your LinkedIn profile, yours or anyone else's, you can simply, come here, click on this resources button and click on save to PDF. So what this will do is LinkedIn gives you a free option of downloading your whole profile. So there you go. I've simply downloaded the profile. It's right here. And now for me to convert this information into a website, I come to this super cool tool called as Framer. Okay. I've signed in already. What I do is I simply click on new project. And once I do that, I click on this little button, which has a bunch of other features as well. Okay, my bad. Looks like it has changed a bunch of things around. See, this is the problem. AI has been evolving so fast that it keeps changing stuff. Now I'm simply looking for that option because I used this like 3 days back. It looked different. Now it looks different. It's just funny. Give me a second. If I am not able to find it, don't worry about it. I've got you covered. I will show you how you can do this using a different tool as well. Okay. Nope. I can't seem to find that option, but no worries. We are gonna show you. I'm gonna show you one more thing. Okay. This is I mean, the reason why I chose not to show you guys this is because it might overwhelm you a little. The name of the tool is called as bolt.new. Okay. You just say what you want, and this tool will spit out what you want as a website or almost any product that you want. So give me a second. I'm quickly logging in. And once you log in, you just have to give a bunch of text and it will give you a website. Okay. Come up with a website which looks sleek and minimal and has all the information about me. Here is some info I want you to cover. I paste the, my bad. I come here to my resume. I copy the text, come back into bold.new. I just paste the text dump right here. I click on the send button. Okay, that's all I did. I wrote a simple little prompt and I said, come up with a website. And that's it. My hands are off right now. You can see this. It has started to talk to itself, updating us on what my hands are off. And you can see it, it has started to code. It has absolutely started to code in the backend and it is writing multiple pages of code. You can see this here on the left side. It's writing code faster than any human being can. So essentially, we are entering a world where if you know how to speak English, right? If you know how to speak, if you know how to express, you can literally build anything you want, right? It has understood the text and has started to write a bunch of code. It takes a couple of minutes. Let it do its magic. I really enjoy watching AI writing code. It's just magical. And if you're a founder, you know how painful it is to hire engineers, right? So there you go. It has come up with something. I hope it will work. All I have to do is click on this preview button and you have to give it some time for it to load. And if our luck favors today, it's going to load the site in just a couple of minutes. Okay. I'm going to simply click on the oh, there you go. And there you go, guys. It has come up with a neat little website with all the information. There's an about page. Awesome. There's an experience page. Awesome. There's a skills page. All right. And there's a contact page. Now I'm like, this is too basic. Can you make it fancier? Add images, make it UI first, like make it UI first with great visuals, uh, like I like the Airbnb website, like the Airbnb website. You can just say what you want, right? It will understand the context. It will understand what you're talking about, and it will start writing the code in the backend again, right? Without us breaking our heads whatsoever. So you see this, it threw some error. And the beauty is it will fix the error itself as well. You don't need to write a single line of code ever. So let it do its magic. You can see this. It has started to change the design right in front of our eyes. There's a nice little, it also made up a logo with VS because my name is Vaibhav Sisanti, right? And I started to write a bunch of things, again, trying to code and probably trying to make it nicer. Let us give it a couple of minutes. And you see this, it has started to add an image right now because we said add an image, and of course, we can replace the image to whatever image we want. Now, as it's doing, right, let's come back to this video because we thought we will generate a video using AI, right? Let's come back onto this and let's see how the video is looking. This is the video we generated using AI. It's a 5-minute video, 3-minute video, and this is how it goes.
Ever wondered if AI will steal your job or make it better? This question has been on the minds of many as AI continues to evolve and integrate into various industries. Hang tight, because the truth is fascinating. AI is not just a technological advancement, it's a paradigm shift that could redefine the way we work and live. Confusion and fear surround AI and its impact on our
Don't you guys
jobs.
think this is super cool?
Many people worry
This
about
whole video is generated from the bunch of text that I gave, which I also generated using AI. It added a voiceover, it added a video, it stitched everything together for us to get this information. How insane is this, right? Now, coming back to the part, there you go. Our website is ready as well. You can see this about me. There's a nice little experience and design. Everything is out here. Guys, don't you think this is super duper cool? And there's a nice little menu item as well. I can tap on this. It works. And if you want to take this website live, all I have to do is click on this deploy button. And again, AI will do its magic. It will deploy the website for us and give us a URL to share it with anyone in the world that we want. All with 3 lines of text that I gave it. That's it. I told you we are getting into mind-blowing things right now very, very soon. And that's essentially what we are doing. And there you go. It says your website is live. Let me quickly open this link. And boom, there you go. The website is live on the internet with all the information right here. My LinkedIn, my email, my company name, all the buttons work. Perfect. Right? That is the power of this. I'm going to share links of everything. Okay. You can host the website for free. It doesn't matter. All right. They host it for you. Superb. All right. Now, how many of you guys want the power of AI inside of Excel or Google Sheets? Drop a me in the chat. Excel or Google Sheets. Drop a me in the chat. Guys, so far I've been using the free AI tools. I've not used any paid tool so far. If it's a paid tool, I'm using the free version of it. Only Supergrow is the one where I paid. I'll take the questions towards the end. Okay, let's jump on to the Excel stuff because I know this is very, very important for a lot of people. For this, I use a tool called as numerous.ai. And this tool is actually a paid one, but it also comes with a free version. But this tool I pay because I hate Excel, right? All the time, right? Like when we are using Excel, I always fall into this problem, right? I look at a bunch of data and I'm like, I have to do it something. I know there's a formula to do it and I don't remember how to write the formula. So I go back to YouTube, search for it, watch a video, try it, won't work, debug it, try it, spend like 5 hours, which feels like an eternity, and eventually to get to make it work. The power of AI is that you can get all of these things done with AI. And that's how the Numerous tool works. Let me show you a very, very simple example in this case. Okay. I'm not going to go into crazy stuff like VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, macros, but all of that is possible. I don't want to scare everyone on the call who have not used Google Sheets either, but I'm using it on Google Sheets. You can use that on MS Excel or Microsoft Excel as well. Let's say you have some data here and you have street address, city, state, country, postal code, full address, all of that stuff here. And you're like, I want to get the full address here. I want to merge all this information. I know it is possible with Excel, but I don't know how to do it. So what do? I don't think, give me a second. I will just switch my Google account. One second, guys. Because I've installed the Chrome, installed this extension on a different email. So I need to be logged in on that email for this to work. Okay, perfect. So where were we? We were right here. I want the whole full address to come here. I don't remember how to do that. So what do? I've installed this extension of Numerous. All I have to do is tap on extensions, and there is Numerous right here, and I have to show sidebar, and this magical little AI sidebar opens up for me. Give it some second. Like I said, today AI has been a little finicky. So it's still working. It's going to pull up very soon, hopefully. And there you go. It pulls up this magic sidebar. This is your AI sidebar for Excel. Okay. Now, what do? I don't know what formula to write. So I just come here saying generate formula. Right. And I explain what I want. I want everything that's on, this is what, F2, on F2, G2, H2, I2, J2 to be merged together with spaces in between. That's what I just explained what I want. I click on generate formula. And there you go. Look at it. It generated some formula. Okay. All I have to do is either insert into cell or just copy. I'm just going to say insert into cell. And look at this. It wrote the formula. It inserted the formula inside of Google Sheets and it gave me an output. Now, all I can do is just drag and drop this. And all this information is all put together. And who wrote the formula? AI wrote the formula. And you can use the same to almost explain what you want, and it will give you the formula. You just have to paste it. That is the power of AI, right? With that being said, Numerous is way more powerful than just formula. I know a lot of people have to do a lot of manual things, and a lot of these manual things actually happens inside of this freaking Google Sheet, right? For example, let's say you're running this business, or you have a job where your boss or you have this problem that there are a bunch of reviews that you came across about your product on the internet, and you don't know if it's a positive review or a negative review. So you're asking someone else, or someone else has asked you to go through each of these reviews and fill in the information here, if it's a positive review, negative review, or a neutral review. And you have to do this for 300, 500 different reviews. It's going to take an eternity. It's boring as hell. It's waste of human time. So we get AI to do this job for us. So how do you do it? I just put my mouse here again, and I go into something called a sentiment analysis. When I tap on this button, I can just say analyze the sentiment of what? I will say review, right? The review is in which column? The review is in column C, and it can be positive. It can be positive, negative, or neutral, right? That's what it is. So I'm saying go through this review, AI, and tell me if it's a positive review, negative review, or a neutral review. All I have to do is click on this place, and we will let AI. There you go. AI went through the review and it said it's a positive review. Now, what do? I've done all the hard work. All I have to do is just drag and drop till all the 500, and AI will go through all the 500 reviews in no time, will give you, and there you go. Guys, if you think this is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. In the same way, if you want a reply to be written for this review, I can just say is equal to, I can just write it is equal to AI, and I will say write a reply to this review. And I can say it is in C2. And I just close this. What it will do is it will go through this review. It will go through this review and will give you a response back. Numerous is not free of cost. If you think, guys, good things in life cost you money, right? If AI is doing the job, somebody has to pay the bills. For some tools, you have to pay the money, right? So guys, you see what just it did? It went through all the reviews and wrote replies to all those reviews on a Google Sheet. You can just copy and paste it. What you're seeing, if you like what you're seeing, drop a boom in the chat. Do drop a boom in the chat if you like what you're seeing. So we just used AI to do a bunch of our job using artificial intelligence inside of Google Sheets. Guys, you see, I told you some time back that, Growth School team is quite large right now. We are almost 150 people. And there's one thing that we really believe in. We trust in data. That's our core principle and our company culture, right? In data, we trust. But here's the problem with data, all right? A lot of us don't know how to write Python or are not very good when it comes to analyzing data, right? When we are given a big sheet of Excel and we are asked to analyze this, a lot of us fall flat on our faces. It's not easy. And for people who can do that, you either have to hire analysts or rely on someone else. And if you're doing it yourself, it takes a lot of time, right? How do we fix that? We get AI to do all the data analysis work for us. And we can use a bunch of tools. In fact, inside of Growth School, we have built a tool as well. But I'll show you something that you can use again, something that we have already used. And that is basically our very own ChatGPT, right? It's decent, okay? It's decent. It's not as good. That's why we built our own tool. But you guys cannot get access to our own tool right now. But you can use ChatGPT, right? So what do? Let's say you're working for Netflix, okay? And your job, your boss or your team has this job of getting some analysis done for data on Netflix, right? So your boss has given you a big file, or you have this big file of data and you want to analyze this. So what do? You download that file as a CSV, drag and drop it right inside. Whatever the file is that you want to analyze, the Excel file or any sheet of data that you have, drag and drop inside of your Google Sheet or inside of your ChatGPT and simply write a prompt. Analyze the data in the sheet, in the CSV, and give me all the illustrations possible so that I can present it to my team. That's it. I upload the Google Sheet data and you can see AI has started to write code on behalf of you. And it's analyzing the data right now. It's doing some analysis, it's writing some code. I'm not doing anything. It's doing all the hard work. I wish I could write Python. I don't even know the basic syntax of Python, right? But AI knows it, so it's doing its job. Let's give it a couple of minutes and you will see magic coming right in front of your eyes. And guys, look at this. AI just went through the whole data and came up with insights, and not just insights, but very, very interesting charts, which I can simply click and save and put on presentations. And not just these, I can also download them. I can also expand the chart and play with them. You can see this. I can do a lot of things right inside of this, right? And not just that, it also gave me 3 key illustrations from the data sets and what it means. In a couple of minutes, it was able to comprehend hundreds and thousands of rows of data to give you this information. So AI is your data analyst or personal data analyst, and you can analyze whatever data you want. If you think this was crazy, drop a comment crazy in the chat, right? It's the power. You just need to know how to leverage them. You just need to know how to use it. That's all. And that's how you leverage the full part of this, right? So moving on, I wanted to share something absolutely cool, okay? ChatGPT has come up with some crazy new features. I don't think a lot of you people might have seen this. Do you guys want to have a quick look at them before we move on to the next one? Yes? All right. Let us do that very, very quickly. Okay. So on ChatGPT, if you have the paid version, sadly, the new features are on paid version only, right? If you have the ChatGPT paid version, it shows you an option called as collaborate on writing and code. If I select this, right, a new canvas in itself opens up. Now, let's say I'm asking AI to write a write a blog post on how skills that you need to learn in this AI first world. Let's say this is the blog post you want AI to write for you. You want it to do the job for you, right? And I just send an enter. And look at this. All of a sudden, there's this new interface that has opened up. There's a chat on the left side, and there's an open canvas on the right side. And this is what ChatGPT calls it as the AI canvas, okay, or ChatGPT canvas. So it came up with a full article right here, which I can select, which I can edit right inside of ChatGPT. If I don't like this line, I can just select this, or if I don't like this paragraph, I can select this and delete it. So instead of copying the information, pasting that on a Google Doc and working on it, you can work right inside of ChatGPT. But there is a power to this. Okay. Let's say if you don't like something, let's say you don't like this paragraph. I can just select this paragraph and I can say, ask ChatGPT, and I can say, rewrite the whole thing again in a simpler way. So instead of rewriting the whole article, I just selected a paragraph and I click on the send button. And you can see this. ChatGPT is just rewrote this part only that I selected. So you're literally editing and working on a document. And the other beautiful part is you can paste whatever you have written inside of it and start using it as well. And it also comes with a few new cool features. All right. If you see this, there's a new button that has come in here, which is sidebar, and it has a bunch of options. Let's say you want to, simplify the reading level of this. I can just select on this. The current reading level is this, and you want to simplify this to a graduate school, or you want to make it kindergarten. Let's say you want this article to be written so that even a kindergarten kid can understand. I can drop this right below and leave it and click on the send button. It will rewrite the whole article. And you see how beautifully it writes and how fast it writes. Rewrite the whole article just in a way a kindergarten kid can understand. Welcome to the world where AI is everywhere. Technology is changing. AI is smart, but only if you tell what we want it in the right way. You see, it simplifies the language so that anyone can understand. It's very, very cool. Check it out. And there's one more crazy feature that has come up, and that is called a 01 preview. Okay, I'm going to talk about it slightly towards the end because it will take a lot longer, but it's crazy. Okay, we're going to talk about it towards the end. But I wanted to quickly touch base on the canvas part because I think it's mind-blowing. Now, I have a question for all of you people. How many of you joined in the beginning of this session? How many of you joined in the beginning of the session when I was playing the music? Me in the chat. Did you guys know the music that I played, I generated using AI? The whole music, the song, the lyrics, everything was generated using artificial intelligence. I know it was nice. Do you guys want to learn how I generated it so that you can make a song on anything you want? It could be to impress your wife or husband, your boyfriend or girlfriend, your boss, or it could be something that you want to create for yourself, right? AI can do that for you. All you have to say what you want. All right, let me quickly show you that. And the name of this tool is called as Suno AI. Now, what is Suno? Suno means listen in Hindi, right? And the name of the tool is suno.com. It is all suno.ai. All I have to do is come on this button and click on create, right? And I just have to explain what I want. Make a fun song on appreciating all the learners of mine who spent hours with me learning the power of generative AI, and congratulate them on behalf of me and Growth School. We are just creating a song for you guys. Okay, I'm just creating a song for you guys. I'll click on this create button. That's it. That's all you have to write. Okay. Of course, you can do much more stuff. I can click on generate again, and you see there are things that are getting generated here. The songs that will get created right now are 100% real. and are not plagiarized. So what you're going to listen right now is actually nobody has listened to this ever before. All right. And I'm going to play a song right now because I see a few of them are creative. By the way, the lyrics is right here. You can read it as you're listening to it. Okay. Here is your first AI song.
You spend hours each day, no waste, learning how the
What do you guys think of that,
AIs
guys?
taste. From code to thoughts embrace, genius minds in this space. Together we explore the new, crafting dreams and ideas too. Growth schools, pride in all you do, learners who've made it through. AI geniuses unite.
How nice is
In the
that?
spotlight
And this is just one
shining
song. There are
bright.
more.
From growth
This is a completely different song.
you spend hours each day, no waste, learning how the AI's paced. From code to thoughts and
One more. This is a rock song. UK Top 20. Ah,
In the classroom, bright and clear, learning AI
Here comes the soft
year
rock
by
version of it.
year. With curiosity and cheer, our journey's just begun. With growth school.
all right. I know this is very, very exciting. And if I keep playing, you guys will keep listening to the songs. But I told you, AI is actually getting quite crazy, right? And we have got to songs, we've got to movies, we've got to. In fact, let me show you something else. Okay. Sadly, I can't show you how I made it because it's too long. But